Welcome back. We are starting round 3 of Alpha Bracket Low Ink Day 2, August 2020. That's too much stuff to say. But we are here watching Last Chance versus Xanadu. We did see Xanadu earlier in round 1, but first time watching Last Chance for today, so I'm excited to see what both these teams do.
There's never a point where there's too much stuff to say when you're commentating. But anyway, yeah, we're going into Last Chance and Xanadu. I personally don't know too much about Last Chance, but I think you do.
I like their icon.
Yes, their icon is fantastic.
But, I'll agree. I don't really remember too much about Last Chance, anything stand out, but we did see Xanadu earlier, and they had a very flank-oriented play style. Very coordinated. They're going to be a tough opponent if Last Chance has a hard time against that kind of thing.
Last Chance has to know how to deal with solid pushes, because Xanadu really knows how to do that as a group. Like I pointed out in the last set we commentated with them, they really know how to push in as one big group. But it looks like we are starting the match now, and on Zone's Muscle Forge. Yeah,
this is it's an odd map. You really have to strike a balance between like your aggressiveness and I would say range is an important thing too. I think having a backliner is a very strong choice because you can sit back in a safe spot and still be able to paint the zone. You can't see that for a lot of maps.
See Xanadu coming back out with a similar comp that they used last set as well. But
ooh, wow.
Last Chance getting a wipe.
This is
on
unusual.
Xanadu.
Yeah, we saw Xanadu fighting Persistence, and they were doing what they Last Chance just did to them. And aggro heavy here. Oh my goodness, getting picks here. I'm seeing a lot of Booyah Bombs. Lost Tiger does specials just to slow down Xanadu.
Last Chance just pressed in and said, "You aren't coming back." But Xanadu here had a couple specials. See if they're able to work with it. They did get the Tetras down, and looks like Xanadu's slowly coming in. But nice pick from the heavy there. But they go 3 down again. Xanadu is just struggling, trying to get back in here against everything that Last Chance is throwing at him.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of nice picks off here by the heavy, and that's what I was talking about earlier. You can really just stick around on zone and be in safe spots while getting picks. And that's going to do it. That's going to give Last Chance a very, very strong first game here.
Wow.
Yeah, this might be a quick set, but I think Xanadu does have the potential.
I just think it's something that wasn't expected that come, but like Xanadu wasn't expecting all of that. Just got taken out right away, and it just couldn't come back from it. They did try and use the specials to come in there, but it looks like it did not go in their favor as they went down right after the specials were used to try to get that zone take back. But Last Chance also did have the range advantage from a couple of weapons there to definitely keep that lock. So it's definitely a good lock play by Last Chance.
Yeah, and we haven't had an opportunity to talk about our maps here, so let's do that real quick. Next up, we do have Manta Maria on Rainmaker. We did see this earlier in the set. I think was it Persistence for Xanadu?
It was. So we see Xanadu going in.
They were doing a really good job keeping the map control here. So I wonder if the same strat will work against Last Chance, because Last Chance seems to be a very formidable opponent.
Absolutely. This is going to be an interesting to see who's going to get popped, what each team's going to bring out again, and what's all going to happen. Because as we can see, these matches can end in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And both teams quickly readied up. They definitely have their comps planned out here. But we did see Xanadu definitely readying up a lot more, and they already have a comp ready for this map previously. I wonder if they'll do the same thing.
Looks like there's
very similar. Yes.
Again, Xanadu does have a lot of paint control, but we can see that Last Chance also has a similar thing. They're bringing out bubbles.
Yeah. Bubbles are good on street in this map. It's definitely a good way to get into the enemy base.
And look at this already. Xanadu has gone 2 down The two frontliners got picked off right away. So it looks like Last Chance are picking off those two that are trying to go in, flank around, and apply that pressure. So they're shutting that part down of Xanadu, which is a really big part of their...
Wow. Incredible kills there by Last Chance. Last Chance doing a really good job keeping the Rainmaker in the Xanadu's spawn. Getting a couple more points, not really prioritizing surviving. They just want to get it down even more. Only a minute down in this match, and Xanadu's having a hard time here.
Yeah, look at how they're positioned too. Like, even with only the two up there on Last Chance, they had complete dominance going down, just dropping it and dying. They still had the Splatling up there guarding it, and just for Xanadu to even get it out of there, it would have been really hard to do with the range watching over.
Oh, Xanadu trying to reset the Rainmaker, doesn't quite get it, and that's going to put Last Chance in a good opportunity to possibly KO here.
This is huge aggression. Like, the Heavy's down in the court, everyone is down there.
Yeah, and I can't even put into words how aggressive Last Chance is playing, because Xanadu, we saw this exact map mode earlier, and they were doing similar things against Persistence in round 1.
It's like they're taking their own medicine.
Yeah. But Xanadu has a nice breathing chance here to get some map control.
They did wipe Last Chance there and are now applying pressure to make sure people don't come too far in. But it looks like they're getting caught in the act here by getting pressed up too far from the objective and getting picked off.
Yeah, I think Xanadu's having a hard time picking up the Rainmaker, get something going. They are using missiles here, but nothing more. And with 2 left on Xanadu's side, it's going to be hard to get a push going.
They'll definitely be picked, as each team only has 1 special to work with here. Rainmaker's in the middle. Looks like Xanadu right now has the most ink control, but Last Chance here, you can see they're grouped together here. They're waiting for the right moment, is what it looks like, and just not playing any risk. Oh, that was a nice pick by Frosh. Nice flank over the jump there.
Yeah, I think Xanadu's starting to pull it together a little bit. You can tell they're starting to get a lot more picks, playing a little more smart. But Last Chance is doing an excellent job keeping them out of their spawn. I don't think Last Chance is too stressed about Xanadu pushing the Rainmaker.
They're in a good spot right now. They just have to keep up what they're doing, not do anything that's overly risky, and just keep their defense strong here. See the Hammer coming in, trying to clear a path.
It doesn't do quite a lot. And that's going to put Xanadu in an odd spot, especially with the Rainmaker right there.
Yeah, getting picked off at the jump there. I didn't see how the Rainmaker went down. We saw the Sploosh there applying the pressure, but the Rainmaker went down behind him.
And what's tough is Last Chance has a lot more range than Xanadu. I think Xanadu's Boozler could help out in that, but Last Chance then can just perch on one spot and just pick off people coming in. So.
I think the Boozler's having a rough time itself, because we saw there just off the corner, the Boozler was on the left side from our view and got picked off there by 2 members of Last Chance. Xanadu has a chance here. They can possibly bring it back.
Getting lots of points, but it's not going to be enough. They really got to work here. Last 30 seconds. This is their last chance to beat Last Chance. They do get the lead.
They did it!
Incredibly good. Oh my goodness.
That was a really great pick-up and run-in by the Rainmaker carrier there. That was the opportunity you needed. They took it, and they secured themselves the lead here. So now Last Chance. This is their last chance!
Yeah. But, oh my goodness. I think Last Chance suddenly getting a little too comfy there. Now they're nervous. If I was Last Chance, I would be shaking.
We've seen how
you can see it here, a little desperate to get into Xanadu's spot, and they get taken out. And that's going to give a win to Xanadu.
That was an amazing comeback, because you can see throughout the match that Xanadu has processed what they were doing, and then they took their opportunities to their advantage, and that is what got them the lead there. They had. Go ahead.
Go on. No, you go.
Okay, but yeah, they took their advantages. They had the few specials that they had to get that push in, and the person who took the Rainmaker just went for it, and that's what they needed to do.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go. But that's gonna put the score 1-1, and we're gonna be moving on to the Reef Clam Blitz. I think this map's tough to play on sometimes. There's a lot of ways to go. It's a little tough to defend on this map.
Lately, you find a lot of people coming in around the left side into the base to score, or they'll have one just come off to the left as a distraction, and then they'll pick another path to go in. But again, this one all really relies on your coordination and pushing in, because it can be guarded really well. So you just got to play your offensive cards right.
Yeah, Xanadu definitely showing a lot of potential with how they adjust their playstyle against a very formidable opponent. Last Chance definitely has a more unique playstyle compared to your average low-end team. So it's
absolutely
really impressive to see Xanadu be able to adjust on the fly here.
We've seen Last Chance's backliner play up really, really aggressively, and if they go up there, that's a huge problem for Xanadu to deal with that range if they can get up close enough. See, similar comp.
Yeah, seeing the same thing here. I think Xanadu's pretty comfy with what they got, considering they won that last game. So
they've been pretty consistent with this comp throughout the sets that we've seen them play, and I mean that's always good to have a comp that you're comfy with that works.
Yeah. Seeing Last Chance here, not really getting any initial picks here. These last two games, they really went in at the beginning of the match, but now we're starting to see some picks down on Xanadu.
Yep, Xanadu goes 2 down right away here, and now Last Chance is picking up clams. Oh, the bubbles come out already, but get a pick with it.
Nothing to really start a push here. Just get some picks, slow down Xanadu so they can get clams.
I think that's their goal here. Clear out the road so they can make their push.
And that's the thing about the Reef. It's really hard to start a push on the road, but it is a good place to go.
It is. It's one of the prime places once you get it cleared out. But if you always have one of the ones who are quick, like the Tetras or the K-shot that can go around some of the longer ways, that's always another good way to follow up on as well.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for not unfortunate for you, Bomb, but that's going to be tough on the side of Last Chance. I think Xanadu's quick weapons are going to make it tough to start a push.
The Splatling here doing a good job keeping control on the corner of the ramp there. The bubbles applying pressure. Oh, Xanadu went 3 down there. This is Last Chance's time to go.
Yeah, but we are seeing Xanadu already returning. But 80 points down. Maybe not going to get any more here. It is possible, though.
It's a good stop by Xanadu, as they did try to take the alleyway around to get more clams in, but just couldn't do it. So good job on Xanadu for stopping that and just keeping it at the 80 points. Wow. Last Chance already has 20 clams.
Yeah.
That is a lot. Always get clams.
Yeah, I think Xanadu, I've noticed they had a lack of clams throughout this game. Even though they were trying to push, they still didn't have many clams, like right now. But they do still have that pity clam.
A few specials came out from Xanadu there, the missiles and the splashdown. The missiles did kind of control a little bit, but we saw the splashdown get cancelled. Although Xanadu, did they miss?
Oh, that's the thing about this map, dude. I always remember the Reef clams. You just miss it. It's very easy to miss.
It's really difficult if you don't have the right angle on right in front.
But that gives Last Chance another opportunity to maybe extend their lead a little bit, and maybe they can play a little more comfy with a more substantial lead here. Seeing the bubbles come out.
We got 2 minutes left on the clock, and it looks like last chance. Oh, that was big!
Three down.
Bravo to the Forge there. That was a great bubble, great clear. Look at all these clams go in. That could be it.
This might be it. Xandu's coming in. They do have those quick weapons, and that'll do it.
Oh, that was a fantastic play by the Forge. The bubbles cleared the 2 and got the 3rd. That's what they needed, and they had all the clams to just KO that. That was a wonderful play.
Yeah, that'll do it. Last chance, really strong team here. Gonna be moving on in Alpha Winners bracket. Xanadu moving on to, I believe there is a Losers bracket. There is, yes, I'm the best TO. But this is going to be our last round commentating. So next up, you are going to see some new. No, I think this is our last one. Is this our last one? Oh wait. No wait, they have one more game. I thought Last Chance was in the lead. Oh,
no.
You should have stopped me. Nope, we got one more game here. This is a best of 3. Best of 5. 5. I need a nap.
Zone
Still
Star.
though, this will be our last game, so
Okay.
not last game, last set, and then we'll have some new commentators next up. So that'll be exciting.
Now we got Zone Starfish. This is always an interesting one to watch because teams have some interesting strategies going into this.
Yeah, but we did see Xanadu have a lot of potential in that game 2 and a little bit in game 3. So, zones could be their mode. We did see earlier in the bracket. What team was it? It was Splatter Swim. They didn't do too hot on other modes, but in zones they really dominated. So, every team has a mode they're really good at. But this could be it. We're starting possibly the last game. Last chance if they win, or Xanadu can tie it up and go on to a game 5.
Bringing back the Nautilus and the Remix combo, and then an Explo on the side of Xanadu.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. Explo's really good on this map at keeping that zone capped.
It's great for mid.
Already gonna get that instant control.
We see the ends up pinning up for armor just to give Last Chance a chance to go in, and they're taking it quite strongly as they're fighting for that zone cap.
Yeah, we talked about this explode though. That just immediately stopped them.
Absolutely, and we see a flank coming around from the Tetras here. Tetra battle in the corner. Inkjet coming out. We see Xanadu is still holding that. Oh, that was huge.
Talked about Xanadu flanking earlier. Very flank-oriented play style. But Last Chance is not taking it.
The buckets are still holding control of this zone as much as they can. The Nautilus just can't keep up with the both of them. But now finally take it as bubbles have come out. But it's not going to last long. Xanadu have a really strong zone control comp here.
Yeah, absolutely. With those bubbles coming out, it's going to slow down Last Chance a little bit. That Nautilus just having a hard time. Yeah, doing a good job staying alive, but having a hard time keeping that zone. Getting some good picks for those Xanadu members that are kind of reaching out, trying to get into their spawn, but right now it's not working out too well.
No, they're getting pushed back there. Oh, we see a couple. We see
3 specials. Those bubbles may slow them down a little bit. We've seen an armor and a jet.
We saw a Booyah Bomb come out too, but it was just short of the zone. It landed on the street and not the zone. But the Remix ended up coming around for the flank and helping Last Chance get back into the zone there.
Yeah, Xanadu is going to have a hard time pushing back in. They have a very good comp for progression, but I think Last Chance's comp is pretty strong on the defense side with their armor, and their 2 spotlings. Especially the Tetras too, that could push into their spawn.
Yep, they've got the range, and if they can keep control, it's great. But the Xanadu still come back in and take zone immediately.
Yeah.
So.
Unfortunate Tetris going down, but that does give Xanadu the cap back, and they're still keeping that lead just barely. They want to get that penalty down, but that Booty Bomb's going to possibly not quite. That Explo's just bent bubble.
And the Explo is now the only one left. Going back up, trying to do what they can to keep pressure.
Yeah, providing jumps too. That's going to help out Xanadu hit the zone just a little faster.
Explo's doing a great job staying alive, keeping pressure up here. They're putting the bubbles out. They're doing everything right here.
Yeah, I'm noticing this Explo is kind of canceling out Last Chance's range advantage. Like, they're just constantly shooting towards those backline players or those more ranged players and not allowing them to push up anymore.
I saw the Remix move up there, and I believe they... I'm not too sure who got the pick on the Explo, but I saw the Remix push up there and add pressure to it with Xanadu's Explo going down. So now they're all just trying to find a way to get in as they trigger armor. And they are coming in together. This is something you always want to see, is have your team come in together and go and take that objective back.
Seeing a Booyah Bomb, but I'm noticing that Booyah Bomb just gets demolished by the Explo.
Yep, Explo 100% beats the Booyah
It's just so
Bomb.
interesting. Yeah, it's so interesting to see a single weapon just cancel out an entire special.
Even if it goes off, it paint controls.
Xanadu's starting to count down from their penalties. Now they have points and they're going to get that lead, but I think they want more.
They're doing their best to keep control as we see one member of Last Chance is on the other side doing a flank while the other three are coming together forward to meet up. And they do get that zone cap back.
Yeah, I think I'm noticing Last Chance is taking kind of an interesting approach here. Now they're on the grates on the left and right. I think they want to avoid that Explo.
The biggest thing, which I guess they already did, they took down the Explo there. Oh, 2 picks down that the Remix have got here. 3!
Yeah, this could be a 15 seconds left. They're going to get the lead here.
This is quite the intense last 10 seconds here. Can Xanadu come back, possibly? The Explo's in place.
Your bomb's going to make that tough.
Oh, the Explo's down. I think Last Chance
That's a wipe.
got the last wipe. Yeah.
And
Strong.
Go ahead.
Strong fight from both teams that match. Bravo to both of them.
Yeah, for real. Very, very good last game here. And last game, actually, this time.
Yes.
But Last Chance 3-1. Xanadu's going to move on to losers bracket, and they do have a chance to still win here. So I think Xanadu has a good chance here. But Last Chance moving on. I think next up we're going to see, I don't know, Last Chance is moving on and possibly fight Avalanche plus Takedown or Luau, whoever wins that set.
The Luau has won the set 3-1.
Oh, I have to refresh my page now. So next up, you're going to be watching Last Chance versus Luau. But before we watch that, I would like to plug our tournament. We have a tournament this coming weekend called the Unnamed Tournament, kind of designed for the loving TOs to kind of try things out. So if you play an Unnamed Tournament, you're kind of supporting experimentation here. Anyone can join with the link on screen. So I encourage you guys to look at it, check it out. But that's going to do it for Debbie and I. Debbie, do you have anything to say?
Not much, just thanks to all who are here. Stay tuned for the end of the tournament.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, we have a really important announcement after Grand Finals, so stick around.